This is Raymond with Vaping 360, dropping by the Five Ponds Tasting Bar with Rodney, who has a whole new brand of e-liquid to tell you about. It's called Taken 3. Rodney, what's the inspiration behind this new brand?
The inspiration was really came from years of listening to our customers and their wants and needs and answering those. And the first thing that we heard over and over again was price. That was probably the first inspiration. When we started Five Ponds in 2012, we were developing and putting liquid out there that was being used in much different ways. Temperatures and heat, everything was lower. I would develop a 30 ml bottle back then that would last me a week and a half, 2 weeks. Today, with sub-ohm hardware enhancements, things are burning hotter, they're burning faster, and we're going through liquid at a much more rapid rate. So the idea behind this line was to do 3 simplified flavors. The brand, by the way, is called Taken 3. 3 more simplified flavors at more simplified everyday prices.
And another one of the demands was higher VG. Does that also help with the sub-ohm tanks and what vapors want today?
It does. I mean, the main thing with the higher VG, I want to just go on record as saying that we didn't do a higher VG line to appease the cloud blowers. That's not anything that we have really been proponents of. We're a flavor company. But we did do a higher VG offering to enable people that might have PG sensitivity or, irritated airways due to higher PG concentrations, and these are 3 flavors that vary. We have a 3565 PG-VG, and we also have a 3070 PG-VG. So these are higher. I wouldn't call these max VG or high VG lines. They're just higher than what people might be accustomed to with a traditional 50/50 Five Ponds flavor.
Now, when people think Five Ponds, they think flavor complexity and flavor uniqueness. Let's go down the Taken 3 flavors one by one and describe them in detail for the people out there.
I mean, these flavors are designed to be more everyday, comforting, more recognizable flavors. A lot of our Five Ponds flavors are so complex that people want to save them for special occasions, or this is really good after dinner, after a meal. These are intended to be more everyday, all-day blends. So I'll go through the 3. Very simple. The first flavor is called Isolani, and that is a glazed lemon zest sugar cookie. We also do a flavor called Brevity, and Brevity is a Boston cream pie, but there's a story behind it where when I was a kid, that was my favorite dessert, and my mom used to make a rendition of Boston cream pie, which is a banana Boston cream pie. She'd make it for every birthday, every special occasion, that type of thing. So Brevity is a banana Boston cream pie, and then the last flavor or blend is called Kibitzer, which is a grilled pineapple upside down cake.
I like that you emphasize the grilled pineapple. Some people out there may not have had the pleasure of grilled pineapple. How would you describe the difference between grilled and fresh?
I mean, we've all been on vacation, whether it's to Cabo or to the Virgin Islands or Hawaii, and you've had one too many pina coladas, and the acidic nature of pineapple is something that can really irritate your mouth. I mean, you can get canker sores, and it's acidic. So when you grill most fruits, they become sweeter and they become more caramelized. And I've never been a fan of pineapple upside down cake, and it's funny, the name Kibitzer comes from a customer service representative that works for Five Ponds who has never been involved in flavor development. She's very involved in the day-to-day operations at Five Ponds, but she would always be in my ear about doing a pineapple upside down cake. It never sounded to me like something that I would want to vape it, but the word kibitzer in chess is somebody who stands on the sidelines and armchair quarterbacks, so to speak, and comments on the game when it's being played and trying to alter the game. Well, Brittany was my kibitzer, and she was in my ear enough to get me to do this pineapple upside down cake, and it's now become my favorite flavor in the entire Taken 3 offering.
Fantastic. I love how you describe these as everyday flavors, because when I have something like Castle Long Reserve, I think of that as my Johnny Walker Blue of my e-liquid collections. I don't want to vape it every day. I want to save it for those special moments. So I don't want to call Taken 3 Johnny Walker Black, but maybe let's call it Green Label.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at a lot of different industries as a comparison. You can look at car industry, and you can look at Mercedes-Benz, and you have the S-Class, and you have the C-Class. You look at Toyota, you look at Lexus. You can equate that to a lot of different industries that are out there. Alcohol being another one, Johnny Walker Blue, Johnny Walker Black. I don't know about you, but I'm not drinking Johnny Walker Blue every day. So this is just something that is a little bit more comforting all day that I can get into, and I'll save my Castle Long Reserve for after dinner.
Absolutely. Now, I want to thank you for joining me. I know you've been traveling the world recently. Just got back from China. Any interesting stories from over there?
You know, we've been off the trade show circuit for all of 2015, and it's actually been really refreshing to get back to doing some shows so far this year. I think so far it's April, and we've done 4. So our schedule is kind of still up in the air on what other shows we're going to continue to do throughout the remainder of 2016. But we were in London, I was in Paris, just got back from the show in China. And international markets are always interesting and full of many stories, a lot of which I probably shouldn't talk about. But we had a great time. People in China are wonderful, and I'm only speaking of China because it was the most recent trip. But we have done very well over there for many years now. We've got a tremendous distribution model over there with some people that really take great care of our brand. One of the interesting things in doing all of this international travel, and why we introduced Taken 3 at a lower price point, being $19.99 for a 30 ml bottle, people in China are more into high-end luxury brands. Yeah. They're very into American culture, whether it's a Louis Vuitton, Prada, Gucci. They love all that type of stuff over there. And one of the things that was refreshing is that we weren't hearing anything over in China due to price. It was all we want the premium brands. So Taken 3 was very successful in our launch over there. Even outside of China, Malaysia, Indonesia, a lot of our markets in the Asia market have already, in week 1.5, week 2, have already sold through all of the Taken 3 product in our reordering mode right now. But they're very, very into 5 Ponds, and we have great customer base over there that loves everything that we do.
So it seems like already you've had a very busy year getting back in the trade show scene. You've launched Taken 3. You had the relaunch of Black Flag Fallen. What's left for 5 Ponds for the rest of 2016?
The next big release is going to be something that I'm working on right now for 5 Ponds, not for Taken 3. We're going to let Taken 3 have its day in the sun and enjoy the feedback of people getting to use and know this new product. But I'm working on something right now that will be dropping information on it sometime in the coming months. But it's a 5 Pound specific release.
I'm very much looking forward to that. If you want to learn more about what 5 Ponds is up to, including the new Taken 3 brand, go to the 5 Ponds website, and for the best vaping reviews, guides, and features, go to Vaping 360, the home of vaping.